to Age of Sweet Treats. So today I am making meringue cookies, lemon meringue cookies. And first we are going to start with the meringue from you want to have your egg whites. Let me bring it over here. So first you want to have your egg whites. You might have 4 egg whites. Make sure you add them in, like so. I have them in a cup so that way it'll be easier for me to pour. And then once you have that in, you want to add in your sugar. Well, a little bit of sugar. And then you put it on medium heat. Sorry, not medium heat. Medium speed. Make sure you lock your... Oh, wait a second. Make sure you lock your mixer. And then you have it start going. So while I'm waiting for that to go, we'll start creating the meringue. Let me find a good spot for you guys to eat. You guys can hold on just a sec. I have it in a good spot that I have to move it. I'm going to move you guys a little bit. Okay. This is you can see both me and the mixer. So I have the egg skin getting ready, starting to whisk. I have my lemon extract that I'm using. My piping bag, my cream of tartar, which is... So I had added 4 eggs, room temperature, and 1/2 cup of cream of tartar. And then I'm currently adding the 1 cup of sugar to this to help it get to its heat. So I'm going to gradually add some more to it. I'm going to keep an eye on it while it's going. And you also make sure you have a rubber spatula while you are making your meringue cookies, and put your oven at 350 so they can bake. So I am going to let that whisk a little bit more, and then gradually start adding in more of the sugar. So I don't want to add it too fast or too slow. But I am going to bring up the speed just a little bit to level 4. Okay, it's starting to whisk a lot faster now. Hello. Thank you. Hello, everyone. So I'm going to add a little bit more now. So, as you are going, you start seeing it looking more like this. Hold on, just a second. Let me stop it so you guys can see what I'm seeing. So it will look like this. It will start looking like it's foaming up a bit. So you guys can see that. See it like this, and then you want to put it back on and keep it going. So what I am doing, I am making lemon meringue cookies. So I am going to add some more sugar, like so. So I'm doing it this way so it can be easier for me to add in. Yes, there are 8 people watching. So I am trying to make sure I add it in gradually instead of having it in all at once. That way the meringue won't fall and I will have stiff peaks when they are coming out. Okay. Oh, you also want to make sure you have a mat that you can use for your meringue cookies. Put them on so they won't stick when they're going in the oven. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more. You guys, so when you're doing your meringue cookies, you can turn it up a little bit more. It depends on your mixer as well, on what kind of mixer you have. Okay, so it's starting to get stiff. I am making meringue cookies. Let's try. Everyone that just tuned in, thank you for joining. And we are making meringue cookies. So meringue cookies don't usually go really quick. They usually take a little bit of time when you're making them. But it takes a lot of patience and time for them. I'm going to add in another half of sugar. Okay. And yeah. So while it's doing this, I am going to add in the rest of this. And then I am going to get everything else that needs to be ready. Put in to be ready. I'm going to add the rest of that sugar, or halfway right now. Yay, thank you. So, okay, I'm going to have to turn it off for just a second. So now, when you're doing this, you also want to make sure you scrape down the sides so there's nothing sticking. That way, all the sugar can go into the meringue instead of being on the sides of your mixing bowl. You want to just use your spatula to scrape it down. And just to make sure everything is not sticking. I mean, it's okay if some of it sticks, but you still want to try to scrape it down the best way you can. Alright, so that's set there for now. I am going to put my spatula over on the other side. Lock this again, and then put this back on. If you guys would like to, you can ask questions. So after I'm done adding all the sugar in, I am going to add in the cream of tartar. So when you're doing a meringue, I forgot to mention, you don't want to have it on really high. You want to have it on on medium or low heat, so it don't overmix and it don't pop out of your mixing bowl. I'm going to have it right there on 6. Well, actually, go back down to 4 or in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to start adding in the rest of the sugar. Alright, so that's finished. I'm going to turn this off and scrape down the sides again so it won't be sticking to the side here. So the only thing that you do like at the very end is add in the flavoring. which is going to be added in after I add the the cream of tartar. Cream of tartar usually helps it form a lot faster. Well, not faster, but help it forms too. And help it keeps its peak while it's in the oven. Alright, so just wipe that off from there. And put that there for now. Alright, make sure you lock your mixing bowl. So, okay, let me do this real quick. So what it would look like when you add all the sugar into it, before you start adding the turmeric, keep going to turmeric, the cream of tartar, it will look like this. So when you see it look like this, can you guys see? It means it's forming up to make the meringue, and it's almost at the meringue peak. Okay, so I'm going to be very careful and add the cream of tartar so I can be very careful. You can either have your mixer on while you're adding it, or you can turn it off. So that's mixing in. Turn it up a little bit more. Okay. So for your lemon extract, there. So for your lemon extract, while this is doing this, I am going to get the 1 tablespoon for it. With meringue cookies, you can actually add anything in you like. Get this one out. Okay, so that's out. And when you're making your meringue, it will be a little bit sticky. So just be aware of it. So when you're adding in your lemon, you want to make sure you do it over your mixer. Alright. So that's added in. Oh, I can smell the lemon. That's so good. I wish I had a camera where you guys could smell it, because it smells so good right now. So it is forming up. Well, not forming, but foaming up. And I'm going to say I'm going to turn it off for just a second, so I can scrape down the sides some more, and it can get everything down in there instead of being on the sides. So let me do that. Alright. So put this like this. Alright, put that back up there for a sec. And then put that back down right there. And turn this back on. You can put it on a higher level now while it's doing it. While you're doing that. Right up over there. You want to make sure you have your measuring, your mixing pan. You want to make sure you have your measuring cup with your cup with your piping bag inside already when it's coming out. So that way you can already have. So you want to make sure you have that ready You want to make sure you have that ready, so when it's done, you can just go ahead and start piping it in the bag. And I believe this is going to make more than 8, so I can keep reusing the same piping bag. but it will be very sticky. So it's going to make a little bit of mess, just so you guys will know when you're making it. Alright. It's almost there. So as the machine is going, I can show you what it looks like. Just now, show you what it looks like when you add the meringue, sugar, and the lemon juice, and all the ingredients together. So it will look like this as it's going. And it's getting stiff now. So the stiffer it is, the more of a high heat you will have in your meringue cookies. And also, the more it won't fall when you have to turn it over and see if it will fall or not. If you guys have any questions about meringue cookies or any other sweets, just leave it in the chat and I will get to it when I see it. So meringue, you can go from medium heat, not medium heat, medium speed to high speed, and then low speed. Or if you want to just have it at medium speed, you can keep it there. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, getting this ready to put here. I'm going to put it down the sides one more time. And okay, cool. So it is starting to form now. The stiff peaks. I'm just going to scrape down the sides one more time so they don't stick. Okay. Trying not to get my fingers so sticky before I have to do the piping bag so I can really grip it without my hands being very sticky. Alrighty. So now I just do this again for one more time. Put that like so. Put this back down in here. Lock that. And then put this back on. And with the high heat here on high. So when you're going, you also want to make sure. So while that's doing that, you also want to make sure your oven is at 350, like so. You don't have to have your oven light on or anything like that, but it just helps me be able to see it better and see when it's done. And you also want to make sure when you put it in, you want to leave it about 15 minutes in the oven for it to cook. Bake. Alright, let me check it out. Let me see. So if it's like stiff peaks on the... Alright, cool. Almost there. But you do want to make sure you don't miss it really long or else you would make it fall and lose the peak. So I'm going to do this for like 3 more minutes. It will be a little bit of time consuming because it takes a minute for it to start foaming up. And for meringue cookies, you really have to have a lot of patience and time. You can do regular meringue cookies or you can add in a color to them. I am just doing regular meringue cookies with no color. I am going to get ready to stop it now and check it out. forgot how to take this thing off here. I see. Alright. Let me see. So you want to make sure your meringues look like this. Actually, it might need to go on a little bit more thinking about it, since I see the meringue cookie. You will see the meringue thing. See the meringue coming off of there, very liquidy still. So that will be on there for a few more minutes. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to put it right. Okay. So, on that note, did I do that? I feel that I should add a little bit of more lemon flavoring, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to mess any of the ingredients up that I had already did in there. So I'm just going to leave it alone as it is. I'm not put my backyard open. So now I'm going to turn this off to open this. Okay. Looks like it's done. Let's do a check and see now. Alright, yes. So it is ready. So once it stands up like this, and I can do this and turn it upside down, that means it's ready to go. But there is another way that you can make sure that it is ready. But it comes with getting your hair messy and everything else. And I don't recommend it unless you want to do it that way. So I will show you what I mean in just a second. Let me get the rest of this off of here. And hopefully it won't fall on my head. So let me go ahead and try it. So when you have extra on here, you don't want to bang your mixing part onto the mixing bowl, because you might make your meringue fall. When you make that fall, it will mess up your cookie and you will have to start all the way over. And believe me, that's no fun. That's very frustrating. You have to start all the way over again. So with your baking. So, I'm going to try this. So, oh no, what was I doing? Please don't let that fall. So this is what it looks like when it's all done mixing. Oh no, that's not done. It's still sliding. So, oh man, I'm gonna put the thing in the sink. I just have to rinse it off. And then, because, so, it is still good. So, just put it in there. And I cleaned it. So, let's see. Put this here. So when you put your machine together, just, there you go. Okay, let's go ahead and do that again. I am putting it back on because it was not ready. It was still moving. I gotta give this a few more minutes since it was still moving. And there, you will have sometimes when it's still moving and not fully foamed up. Well, not foamed, but formed up. So you have to wait just a little bit longer. Hopefully the next minute or so it will be done so I can show you guys. And then I can start piping it. So give me just a second so I can get everything ready so I can put you guys up over on this side and you guys can see. Alright. So let's check it out now. Let me see. All right. So sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't trust your whisk to tell you that it's done, all the way done, or you can move it like so to see if it jiggles and see if it falls. If not, oh, please don't drop on my head. All right. So that means it's done. And so I don't need this spatula. Okay, it made a mess that I was not trying to do. And let me get the rest of this off of here. So I can start to put this in, get this in the oven and ready to go. So like that, wipe that off. And push that through here. Yeah. Okay, put that there. Try not to make a mess. I made one spot messy and I have to clean that up like so. Alright. Cause I need that so I'm going to put this in the sink since I don't need it anymore. I'm going to do a double check. This is what it looks like when it's all finished. So you don't have to shake it or anything like that. But so what I was saying about having it go upside down over you to see if it will fall. And I don't like doing this. Okay. Phew. So now, since it didn't fall on me, it is ready to go. So if you can't fit all of it in one bag, you can easily make 2 bags or use the same bag afterwards. I don't know how much this bag will hold. So I'm going to break it in half. I might add a little bit of food coloring to some of it. That way I don't like wasting it. So, and plus it'll be a little bit of fun to do a little bit of color. What color do you guys think I should do? Let me see what colors I have. Uh-oh. Yeah, this makes a lot of a mess when you're doing this. Oh, you guys can see. I'm sorry. I'm going to spot this. Alrighty. Put that there so in case I need it. So I'm gonna, sorry, not trying to cover up the camera. I am moving it here. Move this back so you guys can see. I am now going to do this. And start piping. So if you run out of room, don't worry. You'll be able to put some more on afterwards. Oh, it's starting to come out already. So when you're doing this, you want to make little circles and then a dot, just like that. And then you also want to turn it so that way you So go like this. Don't worry about if it drips. It'll be okay. There you go. That one goes that way. And I'm going to squeeze this down like so. Turn that there. And then go like this. You can either pipe with one hand or two. I find it easier to do with either or. But that's not up to me. It's up to you guys. Everybody has their own way of baking and making the meringue cookies. You want to make sure you leave enough room for them. Alright. Let me put this over on this side like so. Okay. So that one's good. You will have some that are bigger than others, but that's fine. Alright. Last bit of this screw. Alright. So now I can reuse this bag and just place this back right here. And while that's sitting there, I'm going to see what other, well, should I add food coloring to it? Nah. So now I am going to push this back and this back again. Oh, my hand's slipping. Alright. I'm going to have to push this down a little bit. So I'll move the back up just a smidge like so. So it can go down. And now I'm going to do this. Alright. So go like that. And push that back down so I don't really drip off the edge for the sides. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to try to get this last part in. So I'm going to be very careful to just give it a little shake. Or maybe not, because it might not work. And I don't want my utensil to pop out on me. So, okay. So I'm going to push it down like so. So when you're using your bags, you might want to also just push it down a little bit. That way you have enough space. Okay. If you run out of room on your mat, it's okay to use another one. Because I think I'm going to have to do that myself. Alright. So that this way a little bit. Alright. Perfect. Okay. So, there we go. It's okay if you have a little bit of extra drip on there, one of them. Just try to move it around and keep going. Alright. Now this one go like this. And this one gives it a little bit of design, so Alright. There we go. Okay. Go like so, like that. And go there. And then go there. And then here. Oh, that one came out a little bit too much. So now, go here like so. That one's good. Okay. Now this one here. Okay. And then move this last bit down. Alright. So you can also add in this other mix piece into some of them if you think they are really small, or you just want to add extra and don't waste most of your stuff that you used, like that. And so since this one is all full, I am going to, first I'm going to wash my hands and take you over to the oven with me. Wow, so I can put this in. Let me wash my hands. Alright. So now, what I'm going to do is move that to the side for a sec so that I don't fall on the floor or anything, and put my mix, well, my meringue cookies in the oven. So when you put them in the oven, you want to make sure you're being very careful and going just like this, like so. And then we put our timer on, let's do 10 minutes for now, and then come back and check it. But I am going to add a little bit of food coloring to it. I'm going to do a little bit of red. I don't have any blue. If I had blue, I would add blue to it. So let me add in the coloring to it. I know I said I wasn't going to add any food coloring, but I decided to add it in with this last little bit of mix. Just so I can get rid of it. I'm going to do 3 drops. Let me put it here so you guys can see. I'm going to do 3 drops, like so. I already did 2, so that was the 3rd one. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is mix it in. Oh, no. So let me mix this in here. It's going to turn into a little bit of a pink. I was trying to go for a red, but it turned into a pink. Maybe I can add a little bit more red to make it into a deep red. So here what it looks like so far. I am going to add in some more red. I got this on my shirt, but I'm going to leave it off any minute though. Alright, so let me add another few drops here. So you can also play around with the food coloring that you want to mix and see what you get. I like to mix my blues and reds together and see what I get. But since I don't have any blues, I just have red today. Alright. So down there. Alright, okay. I know I said not to bang on it, but sometimes you have to bang on it to get some of the extra stuff off. And I gotta wash my fingers again. So, yeah. Oh, just put this right here since it's already a mess. And then I'll grab my next tray so that can be ready to go when the other ones come out of the oven. Oh, they looking pretty not good too. So let me grab another pan and get that all set up and ready to go. You can try to touch them and check them. So, okay. So guys, come with me for a sec. Let me put my tray down here. So you can try to touch them, but be very gentle. They're still very sensitive, and try not to burn your hands. So they're not done yet. They're still very loose. This is what they look like when they're in the oven, and they're foaming up. Well, starting to stiffen up. So while they're doing that, and they're almost done, so I'll put you guys back here. Let me grab my tray here and put this right here. So I have you want to use silicone mats or pads, however you want to pronounce them, and make sure that they are very dry when you're using them. And don't worry about it if it's like this, because it would still come out fine. I just gotta keep an eye on these. Let me see. They're looking very good. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, move that this way.
Something scratching. So you must have to go back.
And then we'll put the rest. I'm almost done. Let them out, Mama. And then get this stuff off right here. Don't worry if it overflows. It's just going to push down into the bag. Alright.
Come here, son. Come here. Come on, son. Come on.
And then that should be the last of that. So it seems I'm going to have like a pinkish color for this. And then I'm going to put this into the sink. I'll wash my hands in just a second. Alright. I'm going to close this tape off of my mixer. Ouch. Push that back. Move this stuff over on this side. Oops. Okay. And so now they are about to come out in 3 seconds. 3 minutes. So I'll get this ready. That way I can easily just put these in. Don't worry about if it looks like it's not going to mix. You can experiment with any of the way that you want with these. Alright, so let's go ahead and have them go like this. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. And then go here. And then here. And then go here. I'll show you what they look like when they're all finished. They look pretty cool. I like how they came out. And go there. And that means the other ones are finished. So go there. And then there. And here. And then right there. And like so. This one might make it really small. Alright. So, let's pop on out, okay? Oh my. So now that I am done with that, I'm going to take these ones out first. Move these ones to the side. Let me wash my hands. Alright, so that's good. So now I'm going to take a mitten. And you guys be able to see what they look like when they come out. Some of them look like they have fallen a little bit. And some of them will look like they're sticking together. But they're actually not. So this is what this one looks like. These ones. And now I'm going to add in the other ones. And then I'll put this one here. I'll put these ones in. And then put these on for another 10 minutes. Well, actually, I'll put these ones on for maybe like 8 minutes because they're not really that big. So actually what they look like. So this is what they look like, this group. So now I just gotta wait and see what they look like when they come out, which is only going to take 8 minutes. So while that's doing that, I can take anybody's questions or ideas, or anybody's things. Anybody that has any questions or comments that they want to see me make for the next video. Let me see here. Alright, so anybody want to give me any questions or comments about what I made today, or how did I make them, or any of those type of things? And do anybody want to do anybody have a request of what they want to see me make next in my next videos? Just put them in a comment and I will answer them. Oh, these ones fell. Some of them. So, the reason why I said don't bang them against anything, because they will fall like these did. Some of them fell, some of them didn't. So, I am just going to get cleaned up a bit while I wait. Alrighty. So let me see. Is this cooled off? It's still a little bit warm, but I can maybe lift these up. Nope, I cannot yet. They're a little bit still soft. So you want to make sure you let them cool a little bit instead of just touching them right away. Because if you touch them right away, they're going to stick to your mat and they're not going to they're not going to be, you're going to have some parts missing on the bottom. So you want to let them rest for about maybe, give or take for 4 minutes or so. If not 4, 5. Ooh, they look good. Okay. So this is how they are looking right now. So I'm just going to wait for a few more minutes. And so you also don't want to stump your feet while you're going in the kitchen, because you will make them fall even faster or more. Oh, let's see. Okay, let me check this out here. What's this? Oops, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. So I want to turn the camera around so you guys can see. Let me get a better look here. Alright, they're forming up. They're looking awesome. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to leave them in there for 8 minutes. I might take them out about 3-ish. Oops. I'm going to take them out about 3-ish. So, in 1 more minute. And then you guys get to see what they look like. Okay, so it hit 3. I'm getting ready to take them out. Let me find somewhere to place you guys so I can use both hands here. And what is going on with this oven? So give me just a second, guys, okay? And I'll be right back. Okay, that's not really hot anymore. I can move this over. Alrighty. That's still warm there. Okay. So I'm getting ready to pull these out so you guys can see what they look like. And they got big. Alrighty. Just a sec, guys. I forgot that when you have on your oven light, they cook a lot faster. So here's what they look like when they first come out of the oven. I don't know what's going on here. Turn off. Timer off. Alrighty. So now, as you guys can see, let me grab my phone or tilt it a little bit so you guys can see. So this is what they look like after they are done. Let me turn the camera on so you guys can get a better look. Oops, nope, not turning. So this is what they look like when they come out. But hopefully these won't so this batch will not fall like the last batch did. Because I think the first batch had bounced because of the pan here a little bit. Because the way it bounced a little. I'm not sure. But they are still good to eat. So, and these are so this is this group, the second batch. I might make some more tomorrow. I'm not sure. If I don't make some more tomorrow, I might be doing chocolate chip cookies or another recipe like that. But these are what these ones look like. And I don't want to really touch them right now because they're they're still hot. Two, I don't want to take the chance of these ones falling. Because they came out really pretty. And I don't want my stuff to fall. They're still very soft. I would like to put them back in for a little bit. Let me see. So guys, give me just a sec, okay? Oops. Give me just a second, guys. Okay, so do that. What's going on with the store? Down. So although your oven is off, you can still use it for the heat. Because it's still very warm and hot. Seriously? And then timer, where's the timer? Here it is. Say about 3 more minutes. So, oh yeah. Oh, here the light is. Alrighty. So that's how they look when they come out. I just put them back in for a few more minutes so they can get a little bit more done. Thank you for watching, guys. That's the end of the video. I'll post some pictures of how they look after they come out and how they look off of the mat. Thank you for watching.